it's Ashley, your scrapping nerd, and I'm back today with a layout for Scraplift Crafternoon. And it's where a bunch of my crafty peeps and I get together and we scraplift an amazing layout from an amazing creator. And this week is especially fun because we are scraplifting one of our own peeps, Miss Christine, for her birthday. So happy birthday, Miss Christine. I hope it's wonderful. And you saw her layout at the top of the video, and I just loved her, how it had two separate papers, like it looked like it was split down the middle, and I kind of mimicked that as well as trying to get multiple photos on the page. And so I pulled in my 49 and Market Academia collection, and I have the laser cut elements and the rub-ons, and then I have this Cartabella mixed media book, which I pulled in a couple papers from that. And you did see that I had a vellum paper with it's Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech, and I had printed on vellum, but you'll see that I didn't like how it looked, and I didn't think that it matched Christine's two-sided idea that she had. So I actually will reprint that on just some plain white paper. And you can see here that I had pulled in my photos and tried to arrange them, and this is the speech on vellum, and it just didn't have the look that I wanted. Like I wanted how she had two separate papers. I had wanted the speech to kind of be like one side like of the paper. And so I set that aside and I thought, well, let me pull in my walnut stain, and I wanted to add some splatters to the background to try to give it like a little bit of a vintage feel to it. So all I do is I take my ink pad and I create a little spot on my glass mat, and then I add some water, and that just makes it wet so that I can then use it to put splatters. And so you can see here, this is the whole speech, and it's a size 9 font, and so it's really tiny and you can't see it really on the video, but in person you could read it if you wanted. And these are pictures of my husband and I. We were in Washington, D.C., and in front of the Lincoln Memorial, there's the spot where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. gave his speech. And so there's the picture in the middle is a picture of that on the ground where it says that, and you could see my husband and I's feet. And so I thought that was kind of fun. And then the bottom picture is the view from where you're standing. If you're standing right there, that's what you're looking at. And it's amazing to think that that whole lawn and reflecting pool was filled with millions of people. And then, of course, my husband and I did a selfie standing in that same spot. And so I thought that it would be kind of cool with these pictures then to have the entire I Have a Dream speech. And so that's what I typed up. Well, I didn't type it. You can download it online and get it. And I just put it on a Microsoft Word document and printed it. And so that mimics one side, like Christine had one color of paper on one side and pattern on the other. And so that's kind of how I mimicked it. And her photos kind of did a stair-stepped idea. And so that's what my photos will do as well. And so you could see where I drew my inspiration from Miss Christine. And so I pulled in this little border strip that looks like a torn piece of paper, and I put that on the side of the speech, and then I will kind of crinkle up the sides and ink them so they look old. And I really like how that turned out. I think that it's fun to have the speech there, and like I said, it was really cool to stand in the spot and just think about that spot that you're standing. And so out of the mixed media book, I pulled in this kind of ledger paper, and when I put the picture on top of it, I didn't think that it really kind of stood out. So I will double mat my photo, which I don't know why I don't just plan to double mat in the beginning, because I always do. Like I think I'm just going to do one mat and I pull it out and then I'm like, nope, I'm going to double mat it. And so I really should just plan to do that from the start. But I pulled in some black scrap paper from my scrap drawers and matted all the photos in black, and then I will use that paper from the mixed media book to double mat as well. And I ink the edges of each of the photo mats as well. And so I really like how this turned out. It's a pretty simple layout. There's not much to it. I didn't pull in a lot of ephemera for this one. And I did use a bunch of the rub-ons more than the actual laser cuts. And then I had pulled in a sticker sheet from Cartabella because I thought maybe I would put some of that borders or something with it, but I actually don't even use that at all. And I didn't know how, when I originally was going to use my vellum paper that I had printed the speech on, I wasn't sure if I could put it on the black paper or this brick. And like I said, it just wasn't the look that I was going for. And I really like how it looks with the white paper. It stands out a lot more, and I think it's easier to read as well if you had wanted to read it. It was interesting, like I haven't looked at his speech in its entirety probably, I don't know, since I was younger, and they teach you it. And of course, the bottom half is the I have a dream part that is the most popular, but reading the top part, I'm like, he had a way with words. It's a really good speech on top of just being the I have a dream part. But I had these white kind of thickers, and I thought there was the word best and the word dream in there. So I thought best dream would be a fun title for this. And they were white, and so you couldn't see them. So I just used my walnut stain and I inked them up. And I originally thought I was going to put it in the middle photo, kind of how she had a large title on that middle portion of her photos. But I will move it towards the top of that as well, because on the rub-ons, I found this one here, and it says 1 in a million, and I liked that on there. And then the rub-ons, 49 Market has such good rub-ons. I love them. And so I wanted to put that there, and then you can see the mixed media that I put behind it, and I think that turned out really well. And I will pull in another, here's where I'm trying to move it around. I wasn't sure where I wanted it. And then I pulled in the fall leaves to scatter around a little bit from the laser cut elements for no reason, but it just looked nice on there, I thought. And like I said, I'm going to finally move my title up towards the top photo, and it'll say best dream. And I like how that turned out. While I'm kind of moving stuff around, make sure that you check out the description box so you can see all of my Crafty Peeps Scraplift Miss Christine for her birthday as well. And so there's a playlist and all of their links, so give them love and likes, as well as visit Miss Christine, tell her happy birthday, love and like and subscribe to her pages, and all of her information is in the description box as well. And then I just want to say thank you to everyone that has liked and subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit those buttons below. And then I'm just doing some finishing touches. I pulled in these little, I don't know, what are they, wonky border strips or lined border strips, and just put them at the top and the bottom just to add something to the layout. And then I put at the bottom this rub-on that says celebrate every victory, and at the top is just a rub-on that has some leaves on it, just to dress up that little border strip that I put on the side of the speech for no other reason, but just because I like the rub-ons and this little arrow. But I think that's about it, guys. So again, happy birthday to Miss Christine, and I hope that everyone has a great day. Bye.